Hello everyone, welcome back to Sunday Vlogs with Dahhhling. This is episode number 11. Number 11, we have one more to go and then we're done for the year. It's kind of funny because I just wanted to do one video. If you guys remember the first vlog, I was at a car wash, and then on the way home, I kind of felt like recording, and I just thought it was gonna be like just one vlog, right? I thought about it later on that day and it was like, you know what, let me do a little series, a little, you know, maybe, I didn't know how long I was gonna do it, but maybe like a month or so. And every weekend I just kept doing something, you know, I'm always out doing something different and whatever. So I figured, well, let me just vlog this and just take you guys along with me and see how it goes. And well, one more episode and 3 months in, 3 months, it's crazy. So I'm at the bank now. And so anyways, I gotta get some cash, but I just wanted to say thank you for coming along with me on this journey. It's not over yet. We got one more vlog and then we're done. But not to say that this is gonna be over with. I'm still probably gonna throw in a random vlog here and there on a Sunday. It's just not gonna be consistent, but I might do this again next year around this time, maybe summer, springish. And so I actually liked it. It didn't seem like it was work. Because when you start uploading videos and videos, honey, this is a one-man show, okay? I do everything. I do the recording, I do the editing, the uploading, you know, the logistics that go behind these videos, right? Then you gotta go, if you're monetized, you gotta do all that stuff behind the scenes and stuff. So anyways, it's a lot of work. So one video a week, which is my Aloha Friday videos, that's, you know, that was keeping me busy and stuff. But now that I added a second one to the week, I'm editing 2 videos during the week, so it's kind of hard. I get home not too late from work, about 6 o'clock, and then I have dinner, relax, and I start editing. And sometimes I fall asleep editing. So, but anyways, so yeah, so we're here at the bank. I gotta get some cash. Haven't eaten yet. Oh, I have this is the Polar. Y'all know I don't drink soda. I'm not really much of a soda drinker. So this is like seltzer water, sparkling water. This is premium seltzer, and it's by Polar. So yeah, pretty good. I used to get this other brand and they were out for a while, so they started substituting it with this one, and I actually like this one a little better than the other one, so now I'm ordering this one. So anyways, it's nice and cold. It's kind of warm today. It's about 90, so I'm just glad we're not in triple digits, but it's getting there. It is summer. But anyways, I'm hungry. I haven't had anything to eat yet, and it's about, what time is it? It's 2:24. So I got up, I kind of slept in. I watched a couple of live streams. All right, so I'm gonna go to the bank really quick. I have to go to the teller and then decide what I'm gonna eat. So I'll see you guys in the next clip. All right, y'all, so I'm at Cascade Park. I used to come back up here back in the day. Let me flip the camera around. All right, y'all, so it's right behind me. It's a beautiful day. Even though it's like 90, there's still a nice breeze, so it doesn't seem that bad if you're not in the sun too long. So it does feel nice. But there's the park behind me. So we're gonna go walk over there just a little bit. Let me turn you around. All right, so the place, it is in a residential area. A little seat right here, a little bench. There's a grass area. Some people come and just sit here. They put like a little blanket or a towel, just relax. But yeah, so again, I used to do, I think it was last year around summertime, hiking or kind of like walking, you know, getting our steps around this neighborhood, because there's a lot of hills, as you can see up there. There's a lot of houses further up. And then there's even more houses that go up beyond that in the back. But we would just go, start here, walk around, then cut on up into the residential areas, big hills, come back down this way, and then we would just end it coming back on the street. But anyways, I was passing this on the way back from the bank. And so just thought I'd stop, add it to the vlog. I love hearing that sound. Here it is. At nighttime, it does light up. It's really nice. If I can find a clip from a past video, I'll insert it here. But literally, I would just come and live stream up. Probably like 5 years ago, I would live stream here. I would sit up on the grass over there, or somewhere, or even on the top up there and look down. But let's have a look. Like I said, it's pretty quiet over here. It's in a residential area. Sorry, did I say Cascade? It's Midwig View Estates. I don't know, I have Cascades. I thought it was Cascades. I think Cascades is in the front, and this is Midview. But let's cut through on the grass. Like I said, it's warm, but it's not like hot, hot. There's a nice little breeze. It looks like. So I'll see a lot of people too, like in the evening, they come get, they come get their steps in. So they're walking up, but you can feel it going up, and you definitely feel it. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but it's definitely a good hill. Get your sweat on. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll start filming once I get back, once I get on the top. All right, but before I get to the top, we're about halfway up, and that's the view when I look back. It's just gorgeous. All right, and then we're gonna have a look at the statue, and then we'll make our way up. So here we are. All right, so we made it to the top. This is where they have the flagpole. There's the back road. So these kind of remind me of like beach houses, right? When you go to the beach. And it goes all the way down that way. So my best friend and I would come in the evening and walk these hills. But yeah, you definitely feel it. All right, so here's the view looking down. And it's nice and breezy. All right, there's Cinnamon right down there. And then right across that building right here, I think we have some kind of mission. And then there's a restaurant too, right down there. All right, let's get back in the car and get into that AC. It is, like I said, it's not too bad, but you don't want to stay too long out in the sun. All right, I'll see you guys in the car. All right, so we're back in the car. Definitely feels good in here. It is fresh. Like I said, it's 90 degrees. At least there was a breeze out there, but if you're in some shade, you're good. You'll be fine. But I was pretty much in the sun, so started to overheat a little bit. So definitely feels good in here. I'm hungry. I don't know what I want yet. So Cinnamon, haven't watched her in a couple of weeks. So the place I normally go to, I'm gonna go check to see if they're finally open because they were doing some remodeling and stuff. So anyways, I'm gonna go check there, wash the car. If not, I probably have to go somewhere else to a different one. But anyways, we're gonna do that, wash the car, and then maybe I'll get something to eat. Yeah, we'll see whatever it is I do, but I'll see you in the next clip. Anyways, I ended up going to Mickey D's and I got a tea, unsweetened. Especially in summertime, you just want something cold and refreshing. So if you ever had a tea from McDonald's, unsweetened, they're great. The sweet, I remember I used to get the sweet teas back in the day, and I used to drink them like nothing. Now they're just like, have you ever had a sweet tea from McDonald's? Ooh, honey, you gotta put half of it in the cup, dilute it, half of it with water, and then it's somewhat still okay. But the sweet teas, I just can't do anymore. It's just so sweet, pure sugar. Anyways, I got a Happy Meal, yes. So a coworker of mine, Gladys Honey, there's a McDonald's down the street where we work. And so during the week, she had called me and she had a little Happy Meal toy. So she goes, I hope you don't have it, whatever. So I opened it, I said, no, I don't have that one. So anyways, I'm gonna show you that in this vlog a little bit later. So thank you, Gladys, for that. So I have right now, I thought it was like maybe 5 or 6. I think I have 10, I counted yesterday. 10 pieces, they're all different. And yes, I did get 2. So I ended up getting the chicken nuggets. The burgers, they're good, the cheeseburgers, but something about that bread, y'all, I don't know. It's kind of like, doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't rot, it doesn't spoil. You can leave it out for like the whole month and it's still gonna look the same. So I'm like, what are they doing to those hamburger buns? So I said, no, I'm just gonna stick with my nuggets. The fries are another thing too, you guys. The fries, I don't know. I think they're like bioengineered or something, because those fries too, you can have them sitting out for 2-3 months and they're still gonna look the same. So anyway, enough about that. Okay, so after I eat, maybe I might do it after I eat, but we're gonna unbox the 2. Hopefully, they're not the same, these 2. But anyways, so we'll do these 2 plus the 3rd one that Gladys gave me, and then we'll just figure out what we're gonna do for the rest of the day. All right, y'all, so we're back in the studio, and it's gonna be a really short one. I just wanted to show you what I got in the Happy Meal. So the one I was talking about that my coworker Gladys gave me, I didn't have this one, and so here it is. It's the Happy Meal. Oh, let me turn it around. So we got a little bottle of milk, it looks like, and then the Happy Meal. The bottom, the top, the side, the back. So the milk does have like a little label on it. So you know, if you get a Happy Meal, you get your choice of regular milk, there's chocolate milk, and then apple juice. So there's it. So I do have another tray, let me show you. So the first one I got was the French fries. Tray of fries. And then my second tray is now the Happy Meal and some milk. All right, and so a shout out to my coworker Gladys, giving me this cute little one. Thank you very much. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the boxes. Now, I peeked, y'all. Not at the toy, at the number, because remember I mentioned in one of the videos, you can tell by the number. Anyways, they're both the same number. I know, I couldn't help myself, I just had to look. So we got one of the same. So I'm gonna keep one in the box and hoping it's not one that I already have. I kind of feel like I had number 12, but I don't know. The only numbers I knew was 21, which was the gold Happy Meal box, and then the pumpkin, which was number 8. So those are only 2. Number 12, I don't know. So I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I thought I had 10. So I have 9 over there. And so we're gonna find out what number 12 is. All right, so we're closing in on the boxes, I believe, August 12th. Is it the 12th? Somewhere, like the 1st or 2nd week of August, they're gonna start doing a Hello Kitty collab with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So that's gonna be the next thing. So these are coming to an end. We make sure there's no stickers, because, okay, so we have the usual, the little McDonald's pamphlet. Oh no, I think I know what it is. I think I have this one. The way it feels like that trash can one that I got. Is it that trash can? Oh, yes it is. So I have this one already. Remember, well, I thought it was a trash can, but it's the hamburgers that are on the inside and they flip. All right, so I kind of figured I had this one. All right, y'all, so if anyone is collecting these and you don't have the trash can, let me know. I'm looking for, now I know I got the two that I wanted. Those were the only two, but if I had to pick a third, I actually want the truck, the McDonald's delivery truck. That one's kind of cute. So if anyone has an extra delivery truck and you want to switch out, I got two of these, and then this one I'm gonna leave in the box. So if anyone wants to trade or whatever, you can leave me a message here or on Instagram. It's the same, yours truly, Dahhhling. You can message me there. Either way, let me know. All right, so I just wanted to come in the studio real quick and open these up. So I charged my, oh, let me show you my gimbal, by the way. This is my gimbal. So this is the box that I keep it in. So I've had it for a little while. I think I got it, maybe was it the beginning of this year or the end of last year? I'm not too sure. So it's not that old. It's not even a year old. So this is the box that I take. This is the bag that I take when I go to Knott's. And I live stream. So this is the bag I take with me. And I have a little bag charm. So I actually bought this in the park, and then I just added it to the bag. It's super kawaii. And then the bag charm is actually the pumpkin, but I just added Snoopy to it, because why not? So the applique kind of extends a little bit. So, oh, this is the inside of the bag. Let me turn it around, maybe you can see better this way. It does have a pocket too, inside pocket. It's not a zipper pocket, but still a pocket. And I have my microphones in here. So I used them a couple times. I think when I live stream, for the most part, you can hear me fine. But this is more like, say, if I have the camera like where it's at right now, and I'm at a distance, that would be maybe like the time I would clip it, and it would just sound like I'm just like right here. But most of the time, the way the new iPhones now, they have like a built-in microphone type of thing. There's like 2 or 3 options you can choose. So I don't even need to use these the majority of the time. So, but I just keep them in here just in case. And I also have in this Loungefly bag, there's been a few people where they come up to me and they're just curious to see like what I'm streaming on, you know. So I tell them it's YouTube. Or there's a couple times where they'll come up to me and ask what the name of my channel is. So when they ask me, I always have these on hand, and I keep, it's a little box. So what I do is I have my like a business card, and then I attach one of my little plumerios to it, and then the information on the back of the card. So anyways, if they're curious to see what I do, you know, I'm like, oh, you know, I do YouTube, blah, blah, blah. I live stream in the park. You know, here's my card if you want to check it out sometime. So that's a good way too to kind of build up your channel. So I always keep these on hand. So I keep those in there. So I usually give those out to the people that are a little more interested, that would seem like they would, you know, actually take time and watch your video and subscribe and that type of thing. Or if they subscribe on the spot, I usually give them one of those. Others that are just inquiring about it, like blah, blah, blah. In the pouch right here, I just keep the just the business cards. Oh, so I always keep wipies, and then I have sanitizers. So I got like 3 of them in there. I always have extra sanitizer, and then my cards are right here in the bottom. So those are that kind of just like, you know, just asking and stuff. I'll just give them one of these. So yeah, I have those in there, and then again, the other ones are for those that actually, you know, like subscribe on the spot, that type of thing. So anyway, all right, so this is the bag that I usually take with me to the park. And so along with the business cards is my gimbal. Y'all, let me tell you, this was a bargain. Okay, so if you go gimbal shopping, you know easily that gimbals will start from like anywhere from $40 if you're lucky, $60, $65, $70, and they go all the way up past $100. If you want a good one, they're normally like $150, $160, maybe even $200. But the one I had was the DJI-3 or something like that. DJI, I forgot. It's a good brand. It's one of the top brands. All right, so I already have a gimbal. I already had one before I bought this one. The one I bought was probably, I don't think it was more, maybe a little over 100, I want to say, if that. and it works fine and all that. The only thing why I stopped using it was because they started coming out now with like other colors, right? They have white ones and then they have a black one. The one I have is more like a gray, kind of like an army green, gray green kind of type of thing. And I wasn't fond of that color, but that's all that they had, so I got it. The reason why I stopped using it was because, I don't know how, but the button that you use to push to turn the camera somehow came out. I looked and it was just like the little hard plastic stick kind of like sticking out, and the little rubber padding, the button, was gone. So I don't know like how that came off, but it just, when I looked, it was gone. I looked all over the floor, I couldn't find it. And so it's not like noticeable, because I guess you're holding it and your thumb, you know, is going to be covering it. But to me, I know it's there and it was bothering me. And I didn't like it. Plus, I didn't like the color. So, Temu, you all. Yes, Temu. I haven't been on it in a while. And so they sent me like this big 90% off your next purchase. Well, I was scrolling and I saw this gimbal. So they took off a huge percentage. I ended up paying not more than $20 for this gimbal. So it was like $16 or $17, something like that. And then with the tax and all that stuff, not even like 20 bucks. So I said, you know what, let me try it. It was black. And if it's crappy, then I didn't spend a lot on it, and you know, we're good. Oh, and this is, I guess, the brand. Never heard of it, but like I said, 20 bucks, right? All right, so this is how it looks. It has this little styrofoam piece on top, and this is the gimbal. So I like it, looks good. This is so this little piece on the bottom, this you go ahead and you screw into the gimbal, but the bottom piece also has like a tripod, has little legs. So this way, instead of holding it, you want to put it on the table. It has some stabilization. You put it there, the gimbal, and then your phone's there. And so, yeah, so very cute. So I like that. So anyways, I'm just showing, this is like behind the scenes, because you guys don't see what I'm live streaming on, you know, once I'm in the park, because everything's already set up. So this is the piece that I use, or been using. There you go. We have the on and off switch. This is supposed to be, you turn the wheel, I guess that's to zoom in and out. I'm just using it for the stabilization. So I pick that up, and then I just screw this piece into the bottom. And then I usually just hold it like right here, right about here, it's perfect. I was live streaming last weekend, and she was holding on for dear life. I had one little light left. And this maybe lasted me, I charged it once, and maybe like three or four live streams I went without charging it. So that's not bad. So that's pretty good. And then, so this is her. This is her. Then you put the phone in here. So we do have one. I believe I was talking to Shay, and I'm like, I'm not too sure if we have one of these in our area. There's one right here at my local mall. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to go take a look inside.